Christ, we're all human. Now cast your mind back to 40 years ago if you can, and travellers and police caught up in the Battle of the Beanfield have been remembering one of the most controversial policing events this country has ever seen, perhaps. Over 500 people were arrested when the two sides came together in a violent confrontation. Even now there are calls for a public inquiry into what happened. This Beacon has our story.
They were gathering for the summer solstice, more than 100 vehicles heading for Stonehenge. But a free festival there had grown over the years, and under Margaret Thatcher an injunction was put in place to stop travellers from reaching the ancient stones. Among them was former traveller, now multimillionaire, Dale Vince.
It was just incredibly violent. They were animals. There were policemen there that were just animals. They were there just for one thing, for violence, to give violence. And there were a couple of decent ones there, no doubt about it, But did they use excessive violence? That's all they had.
Helen Hatt was 19 at the time and was heading to the festival to work as a clown. She's still affected by what happened that day. She wants there to be a public inquiry.
But just see them coming down the side of the buses and trucks, just smashing the windows, pulling people out, dragging people along the tarmac. And I was just like, right, stick my hands in the air and shout, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. And that's what I did.
It all happened in this field, just off what used to be the main road leading to Stonehenge. The field belonged to James's family. He was a 17-year-old at the time.
But I was fascinated. There were several hundred, I think 500 or 600 policemen, some figures got to 700, from Grafton and from far and wide. And film crews, a lot of sort of emotion, noise, bit of burning from what I remember. So it's all quite exciting, as far as I was concerned. Obviously not the same feeling felt by the travellers or the police or my parents at the time.
The police made over 500 arrests that day. Martin was a police inspector at the time and believes the action was justified.
It was a mammoth operation, really, which had built up over the years, but the Chief Constable decided that enough was enough. As I say, they were all given 4 hours to leave the site. Some did. Some decided that, as in the past, where they'd had numbers on their side and they'd beaten us, they'd stay and fight it out and didn't think for 1 minute that it would end the way it did. But it did.
Wiltshire Police says much has changed since 1985, and when the solstice takes place in a few weeks' time, there'll be a very different way of allowing people access to Stonehenge. Liz Beacon, BBC Points West.